Just the whole storyline is just such a good story. About two birds become separated once the Christmas tree is cut down and sent off to Rockefeller Center. So it's basically the same thing, but it's just a good story.
Hi everyone and welcome to a Hallelujah Place. I hope that you are having a wonderful holiday season, that you are able to get some rest and some peace and spend time with your family and friends. Thank you so much for watching, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Hi friends, and welcome to Hallelujah Place. My name is Bonnie, and today I am going to share with you my favorite children's books for Christmas. I love children's books. I've said in my other video for fall that that's one of my favorite things to do for some reason. Is I just love to browse the latest children's books and the classic children's books that are just the best for Christmas. So I just go to Barnes & Noble, I go to Amazon, I go to the grocery store. If I see a children's book and it's during Christmas time and it's about Christmas, and if it's on sale and it's a good book, I will buy it. So I have sort of a large collection of children's books, but that's one of my most favorite things to do during the holiday, is just to sit back and relax and read children's books to my kids. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorites. So if you have anything to add to this list, please put your comment in the link below, because I am interested. I'm always on the lookout for children's books or Christmas children's books that you really have found that you like. I'm always on the lookout for new books. So just let me know what your favorite is down below. So I hope wherever you are, you're keeping warm, because it's kind of cold here. It has been freezing. We've actually had a white Christmas this year. So I always like to wear like a scarf because I'm always so cold. But anyways, without further ado, here are my favorite Christmas books for children. And these are the books that my children have enjoyed. So it's not just books that I've enjoyed, but they've enjoyed as well. So the first one I wanted to bring out, this is a silly one. I think I discovered this one 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm sorry, I have to put these on. I know there's gonna be a horrible glare, and my glasses are dirty, but bear with me on the glare. But this one is Here Comes Santa Cat. And there are a lot of Santa, not a lot of Santa cats, but a lot of cat books. So there's the Easter cat or the St. Patrick's Day cat, and it's just a really cute story about a cat who's learning to be grateful. He's learning to appreciate the true meaning of the season. And he tries to be Santa, and sometimes he doesn't feel like giving. So what do? We don't feel like giving. What happens in that case? So this one is one of my favorites. So check it out. My kids really enjoy this book. Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Pete the Cat reader series, but they also have a Christmas book, and it was on sale one year. I think it was at Kroger that I bought it. So it was a good book. It made our list, and my kids really appreciate it and really thought it was a great book. So Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. Of course, I'm going to save some of my favorites for the end. That's just how it always is, right? You save your favorites for the end. Jan Brett, what is her name? Jan Brett, The Hat. So this one is a Christmas one, but it's like this one is more, it can also be used as a winter book as well. So she's got such wonderful illustrations. She's just a great artist. And my kids have really liked looking in the windows at each little drawing that she does while we read the story. So Jan Brett, The Hat, classic. You can find this book basically anywhere. It is just a great, endearing book. The Carpenter's Gift. This was also one of our favorites, and it tells the story about the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center and a poor family and how they grew the tree and what happens when people come together in a community to help other people. And this is just a great classic book. The Carpenter's Gift. Good book right here. I'm trying to bring this. I have all the books stored in a laundry basket, so I carted it from upstairs, threw all the books in the laundry basket, and brought them all downstairs. Okay. All right. So, The Story of Christmas. You can still find this one on Amazon. So this is the biblical story of Christmas. So we do celebrate the birth of Jesus in our house. So we do have quite a few stories that go over the birth of Jesus. And my kids love this since they were little. And these are just really, really good, good stories about the true meaning of Christmas. Peter Rabbit. Who doesn't love Peter Rabbit? I've always loved Peter Rabbit. So Peter Rabbit, A Christmas Wish. So this one was on sale, I think at a grocery store. No, maybe it was Walmart that I got this one on sale. And I just love, I love all the Peter Rabbit books, and especially love Christmas. So it was just one that I just had to get just to look at the cute pictures, and it was just a good story. All right, get ready for Christmas. Who remembers the Berenstain Bears? So this one is also a Lift the Flap book, and it goes over, I'm trying to get the glare off. It goes over the birth of Jesus and the wise men. So it's, my kids always liked being able to open up the flaps, and it kind of opened the flap book they really enjoyed. And I grew up with the Berenstain Bears. They've been around for a while, so good book there. The Beginner's Bible is, they have an illustrated Bible, and they also put on their own books. So the day Jesus was born, and on the back, the angel brings good news. So you would read this one first and flip it over and read this one. So back when the Christian bookstores used to be everywhere, and when I lived in Missouri, I would go in there during the holidays and, you know, get whatever books were out that went over the birth of Jesus. And so there were stickers in it, and my kids would put stickers in it. So this is the Beginner's Bible, The Story of Christmas. All right. So maybe if you have some 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders, they would like to read something like this, Flat Stanley, Stanley's Christmas Adventure by Jeff Brown. We have a lot of Flat Stanley books. So this one is one that we have for Christmas, Stanley's Christmas Adventure, and the kids would like to read that one. My children have. So here's the Scholastic book, The First Christmas Night. I'm not quite sure where I got this from, but it has more realistic pictures going over the birth of Jesus. It's a good story. And Jan Yolen, How the Dinosaurs Eat Their Food. She also has a Christmas, How the Dinosaurs Say Merry Christmas. Are they naughty? So my boys really like this one. How do they celebrate Christmas? Do they sneak out? Do they get into the stories? Do they open their presents early? This is just a fun Christmas story. How do dinosaurs behave during Christmas? Basically how our kids behave during Christmas. So this one is something that my children have, I don't know, it pulls at their heartstrings, The Little Match Girl. So this one is also one that you can read throughout the winter. I guess it is kind of, I don't know if it mentions Christmas. It does mention a feast that she goes and she sees, and it's by Hans Christian Andersen, and it's just really, it gets kids thinking about other people and people who may not have food or shelter. So it's a really sweet, sad story. So not everything is grand and cherries and all roses. So this was a good story that made my children think about other people, and how some people don't have as much as we, and how we should be giving to other people and thankful. All right, 'Twas the Season of Advent, Devotions and Stories for the Christmas Season. So this is an Advent book that I got 2 years ago. And I think this was in my other video that I had of my favorite Advent books. So somehow that ended up in the storybook collection. The Not Very The Not Very Merry Pout Pout Fish. There are lots of Pout Pout fish books, but this one is a Christmas story about how all the stores are closed and he can't find anything for his friends. So what is he going to do? He doesn't want to disappoint his friends for Christmas. So, you know, what's he going to do about it? What are him and his friends going to think about him? So this is a good story. My kids like this one. So this is also an all-time favorite in our house. So this is probably my top 5. If I had to recommend a book, this one would be one. I should have separated them. And The Carpenter's Gift, depending on how old your children are. If they're 5 and above, definitely The Carpenter's Gift. Red and Lulu. I have an 11-year-old. He still likes this one. It is just the way it's drawn, just the whole storyline. It's just such a good story. About 2 birds become separated once the Christmas tree is cut down and sent off to Rockefeller Center. So it's basically the same thing, but it's just a good story. And it is Christmassy. So I bought this one last year. So that's Red and Lulu. Now this one I got at a yard sale this year. So I got this one because I didn't know anything about it and it was $1. So this is called The Little Church Mouse of the Loretto Chapel. So my mom and my grandmother actually went to the Loretto Chapel because, I'm helping him have these facts straight. But my mom, I think she went to the school that was attached, or my grandmother did too, went to the school that was attached to this church. And so they went to chapel there, my grandmother did, and my mom has visited there, and I've been to this chapel. So, and it's a story about how the stairs got built, or how the miraculous stairs mysteriously got built quickly, and nobody really knows who did them. So it's told from the viewpoint of the mouse. So, yeah, this is a good story. Since my grandmother was from New Mexico and my mom, I wanted to get this story just to see what it was about. Okay, so Twas the Night Before Christmas. I love that story. So I have 2 versions of that in my household. This one is the Mary Engelbreit version, and I really like Mary Engelbreit. I always have. I love her illustrations. There is no one that paints or draws quite like she does. So it's just, look at that tree. So I love the story by Clement Moore, and I love the illustrations that my mom actually gave my kids this book. Let's see. So this one, Elmo's 12 Days of Christmas. My kids like this one. I don't know, since they were little, they like this one. And it's the 12 Days of Christmas song, but it says on the 3rd day, it does mention like a red monster because it's Elmo, and I would always change it to friend whenever the word monster was in it, until my kids actually learn how to read. They're like, Mom, you've been singing this song to us wrong the whole entire time. I'm like, yeah, you're right, I have been. Look at this one, Christmas Carols. My first picture book of Christmas Carols, 69 cents. So who remembers those kind of drawings? So if you open it up, it just has cute. So I grew up singing some Christmas songs from this book. My sister, I remember singing them with my brothers. And so Mom was giving them away, and I got this one to do with my children. So if you see any of those classic Christmas Carol books, grab them because they're priceless. Here's The Other Night Before Christmas, the classic edition. Illustrated by Charles Santor, Clement C. Moore. So I got this one too. I've had this one a while. So I remember a couple years ago reading that they were removing the Night Before Christmas books from the shelves and removing the words where it talks about how his pipe encircled his head like a wreath. They were going to take the books out and take out the wording because it involved, I guess, smoke and the pipe. So I went out and I think I bought this one because it had the pipe and the smoke still around his head like a wreath, and I wanted that version. So I got the original version for that. All right, what else? Here's another Jan Brett book. This one I bought this year, The Gingerbread Baby. It's cute. We all know the gingerbread man story, but this one's about the gingerbread baby, and the illustrations on it are just super fun to look at. The storyline is so good to read, and it's just one that I enjoy looking at and one that my kids enjoy looking at, and it's just a funny story of a gingerbread baby. So this one I highly recommend. It would be in my top 10. This one would be in my top 10 along with The Night Before Christmas and The Carpenter's Gift. So maybe I should set that aside if I wanted to go over those again. And Red and Lulu, The Carpenter's Gift, you can tell I'm not very prepared. This one also makes my top 10. The Drummer Boy by Loren Long. This is just a great story. This is probably in my top 2, probably my second favorite book. He's also the one that wrote the Otis, if you can see that. I need to figure out how to get that light off. The Otis books, he's one that also wrote those. But it's just a cute story of a boy who gets a nutcracker for Christmas, and then the nutcracker ends up outside. Not the nutcracker. The drummer boy ends up outside, and how can the drummer boy find his way back to the boy in the beginning of the story? It just ends up mysteriously on his front porch, and he opens it, and the drummer boy plays his pat-a-pat-pat for the boy and for whatever he encounters while he gets lost. So it's just a really, really sweet story, and I highly recommend The Drummer Boy. All right, Curious George. Can't go wrong with Curious George. Classic. My kids loved watching Curious George. They loved reading the books. Curious George, that silly monkey, and this one was, I think, 75% off when I got it. I think I got it at Kroger a couple years ago. Oh, goodness. And so I'm getting down to the finals here. The Little Tree Found. This one was in the Christian bookstore about a little tree, and he gets cut down and nobody wants him because he's little. And so that ties into how Jesus wants us, no matter how little we are, no matter how outcast we feel, he can take anybody and change them and bless them. So it was a cute story, Little Tree Found. So Margaret Wise Brown, she is the one that wrote Goodnight Moon, and don't get me started on Goodnight Moon. So at first, when I saw this book, I think I saw it because my sister was reading it to my nieces, and then I saw Goodnight Moon. I'm like, this is the stupidest book I have ever seen. There's like no words in Goodnight Moon, and it's just these bright colors. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm never gonna buy it for my kids. Well, lo and behold, I don't know if somebody gave it to me or I bought it, and I began reading it to my children. And I don't know what it is, but they just love the story. It's the colors, it's just the simple words, the wording in it. And they love to pick out things in the book, like a hide and seek kind of thing, and the little mouse, I think that's in it. So she also wrote other books too. So the story behind her trying to get Goodnight Moon published is a good story. But she also wrote this one, Margaret Wise Brown, On Christmas Eve. So this one was one that was from the library about children not being able to sleep, and about how excited they are. It's just got those old classic illustrations that I just love. And so when I see something like that, they're admiring Christmas and the tinsels, and just having a silent night and a holy night, and the real meaning behind Christmas. So this one was good. And then we have Rudolph, one of my favorite books, one of my favorite Christmas movies, Rudolph. What else do we got? Oh, A Christmas Wish for Corduroy. Now, when I was growing up, Corduroy, the original Corduroy, was one of my favorite kids' books. So there is a Christmas wish for him. And I think it might be the original, well, not quite the original story. It is the original story, but it's got some Christmas theme to it. So they put some Christmas stuff in it. Oh, and here's a little version that my kids used to have when they were little. So I'll just leave this out because they're way too old for this now. But I'll leave it out, and sometimes I'll be sitting there going, hey, I remember this. I'm like, yes, it's going to be yours when you move out. So Terry Border, he is, I think he's the guy that I first saw that would take actual pictures and put them into the storybook. So he would get an actual cupcake, an actual peanut butter, an actual piece of toast, and take pictures and put them in the storybook. So how clever can you be to do that? And the stories are good. So this one is Merry Christmas Peanut, about how Peanut is helpful two people that he meets along the way during Christmas time. And it is a cute book. But if I had to recommend one from him, I would say that Peanut Butter and Cupcake is probably one of our favorites from Terry Border. And I don't know, Milk Goes to School we've read. Happy Birthday Cupcake. But my kids just love these. I mean, it's just the way he incorporates the pictures that he takes, let me see, into the books. It's just, when it first came out, it was like any book that I had seen before. So, cute. Those are by Terry Border. Where am I at? Another book that is by the same person, my dog's going crazy, by the same person that wrote Red and Lulu is Dasher. Now this is not one of our, this is a good story as well, about Dasher and how Dasher gets out and goes to North Pole. This one I think came out 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been a very popular book. So Dasher is not as our favorite as Red and Lulu, but a lot of people like Dasher. So check that one out. We also have another Jan Brett, The Animal Santa. So this one is good as well. I think my kids like the Gingerbread Baby a little bit more than the Animal Santa, but they still enjoy it. And the illustrations are just so good. They're just so good. You can't get better illustrations than that in books. What else? Okay, so this is another one of my top favorites, Snowman at Christmas. And I think I paid, I hate that glare. I think I paid like $3 for this book. But I love, it's a Scholastic book, but you can find it anywhere. You can find it on Amazon or anything. I just love the pictures. The pictures are just super cute. The snowman, how does snowman celebrate Christmas? And they have snowman during snow. They've got other books. Snowman during winter time. And snowman at work. Just a really cute story. So this is in my top 10, Snowman at Christmas. And let's see, oh, just this one is What is Christmas? You can still find this one today. So this is one of those rhyming stories, and my kids really liked it. What is so special about this 25th of December? What is it really all about? So this is a good book. All right, so now, oh, this one too. The 12 Days of Christmas by Laurel Long. I don't know if they're related to the other Long, but this one is great too. It's the 12 Days of Christmas, and it has wonderful illustrations. And inside of it, you have to find everything, like the swans, the rings, the French hens, wherever you are in the story, you're supposed to be able to find those. And the illustrations are just really pretty. So sometimes I will buy books because I like the way they look. And I also like the hidden meaning behind them. So this one is just a beautiful coffee table book. It's really nice. Okay, so my favorite book. Did I go through all of them? I went through all of them basically. Okay, so my favorite book, I don't know if I've mentioned this one before. Maybe not, I don't think I have. But this one is written by Karma Wilson. So she's the one that does Bear's Lost Tooth, Bear Gives Thanks, the Bear books. But before she wrote the Bear books, she wrote Mortimer's Christmas Manger. And so this is my favorite book. And my kids' probably top 2 or 3 favorite books. It is just the sweetest story. And it is just written so well. So she writes in rhyme, and it's just such a cute story. So it's about him and how there's no place for him. He's tired of his cold, cramped hole, and there's no place for him until he sees the nativity scene, and he wants to kick baby Jesus out and take his spot. But in the end, he hears the true meaning of the Christmas story. And in the end, he puts baby Jesus back in the manger, and he prays that Jesus would maybe think of him and send him a little home to live in at the end of the story. And look, Jesus does. He gets the little gingerbread house. So it is just a really cute. So this is my number 1 favorite. Mortimer's Christmas Manger. So here are my top. I don't know if there's 10 here or not. Top, Red and Lulu is in the top. Gingerbread Baby. And The Night Before Christmas. These are some of my favorite Christmas books. But I like all of them. But if you're looking for new ones to add to your list, these are some of my favorites. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if there are any books that you wanted to say, hey, this is a good book too. I'm always interested in learning and hearing and seeing new books for kids. So drop the title and the author and the comment below, and I will check out your favorite book as well. But I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season. And if you're looking for books and you're looking to try to get them on sale, sometimes if you look on Amazon or Target before Christmas, and even sometimes after Christmas, they'll do buy one get one 50% off. So books generally do go on sale. If you look check the grocery stores as well, because sometimes they'll be marked down like 2 days after Christmas, they'll be marked down 50% off or 75% off. So you can get these books for not full price. So I never pay full price for any of these books. So I usually always get them on sale or some kind of discount. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying your Christmas and your time off. Hopefully you get some time off, some time to rest. And my house is a disaster. Some time to clean up your house. And thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all later.